Richard Dragon is one of the most formidable martial artists in the DC universe, standing alongside the likes of Batman, Lady Shiva, and Bronze Tiger. Unlike many superheroes who rely on superpowers or high-tech gadgets, Richard Dragon is a purely human warrior, mastering countless fighting styles and embodying the essence of discipline, skill, and combat philosophy. His legacy as both a hero and mentor has solidified his place as one of the greatest fighters in DC Comics. Richard Dragon first appeared in Richard Dragon Kung Fu Fighter No. 1, 1975, created by Dennis O'Neil and Jim Barry. His origin story begins with a troubled youth who starts his journey as a thief, stealing from an old dojo in Japan. Instead of punishment, he is given an opportunity by the legendary martial artist O-Sensei, who sees potential in him. Under O-Sensei's training, Dragon transforms from a delinquent into a disciplined warrior, mastering martial arts to become one of the deadliest hand-to-hand combatants in the world. As his reputation grows, Richard Dragon becomes a secretive figure in the world of espionage and high-stakes combat. Unlike traditional superheroes, he does not wear a mask or costume, but instead operates from the shadows, training some of DC's most skilled fighters. His most notable students include Bronze Tiger, Ben Turner, and Lady Shiva, both of whom go on to become legendary fighters in their own right. His teachings shape many of DC's greatest warriors, and even Batman acknowledges his superior skill in pure combat. While Richard Dragon has been portrayed as both a hero and an anti-hero, his core philosophy remains consistent. He fights not for glory, but for mastery of himself and his skills. He has no desire for fame or power, which is why he often avoids mainstream superhero conflicts. Despite this, his name is well known in the underground world of martial arts, with many seeking him out for training or battle. Over the years, Richard Dragon's character has undergone several reinventions. In some versions, he is depicted as a mentor figure, guiding younger fighters to unlock their full potential. In others, he is portrayed as a lone warrior who only intervenes in conflicts when absolutely necessary. His role in the DC universe often brings him into contact with Batman, Green Arrow, and other street-level heroes who rely on skill over superpowers. One of Richard Dragon's most notable story arcs is his involvement with Checkmate, a covert government agency dealing with high-risk espionage and metahuman threats. His expertise in combat and strategy makes him an invaluable asset, though his reluctance to engage in unnecessary violence keeps him from becoming a full-fledged government operative. His moral code separates him from many other martial artists in the DC universe, as he sees violence as a last resort rather than a first response. Despite being one of DC's most skilled fighters, Richard Dragon remains an underrated character. He does not seek the spotlight and often prefers the role of teacher rather than warrior. However, his influence on the DC universe is undeniable, having trained some of the deadliest fighters and shaped the philosophies of countless martial artists. His presence continues to be felt in Gotham's underground fight clubs, secret assassin guilds, and the highest levels of combat mastery. As DC Comics continues to evolve, Richard Dragon's legacy endures. Whether as a teacher, warrior, or mysterious martial arts legend, he remains one of the greatest hand-to-hand combatants ever introduced. His story is one of transformation, discipline, and the never-ending pursuit of mastery, making him an iconic, yet often overlooked figure in the world of DC's greatest fighters.